We are live. This is YSM Sports Media. I'm Jamil Parker, and this is
Yeah, what's up? It's Brandon Walker here. Going to talk about this NBA trade deadline.
my
Or
favorite
trade,
white
whatever.
boy slash Mexicano. All right, B. Who
Yeah,
do you feel like won it?
dog. Miami Heat. I don't know if you saw, but they're going to get Aldridge. They're going to get LaMarcus Aldridge too. Miami Heat. They're the ones who won. They won big. You know what I mean?
All right, who do they give up to get Aldridge?
Nobody. They're going to get him. Aldridge got the buyout with us with the Spurs. So I think they're going to get him on nothing. We didn't even trade him. They agreed to a buyout.
Okay,
I
so
felt like the Lakers should have picked up Aldridge.
I mean, yeah, but is it going to be much of a difference? I mean, is
Bro, Aldridge
Aldridge?
can still play. There's not guys walking around as good as LaMarcus Aldridge just out of, they just don't walk into the gym free agency right now. You know what I mean? He has no value because the Spurs, they're just going in a different direction. The Spurs are focused on the guards. They're focused on Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker. The Spurs, they're concentrating on the wings right now. You know what I mean? So Aldridge, he was coming off the bench. So there was some friction there. You know what I mean? You got a guy that's an all-star, 20-point career scorer probably. He don't want to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Yeah. All right. So let's look at the Heat trade actually. All right. It was Oladipo from the Rockets for Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley in a pick swap.
it's great. Dog, Victor can ball, bro. Victor's a baller. He can ball. When he was with Indiana, he was killing it last year, dog.
Hmm. Who do you
Or
think
the
they
year
start?
before. Huh?
I said, who do you think they start? Because from the outside looking in, it's looking like it's probably going to be Kendrick Nunn or Tyler Hero at the one, Oladipo and Jimmy Butler at the wings, and then LaMarcus Aldridge with Bam Adebayo at the 5. That's a pretty
You
good
think
line.
LaMarcus is gonna start?
Yeah, I think LaMarcus is going to start because they got rid of Kelly
Mm.
Olynyk, and there's really nobody else to start.
Now that's gonna help Miami. I'm telling you, dog, Miami's the one that won today. They won, dog. Like they shitted on everybody else for real.
Do you feel like that puts them back in the running in the East? Because it seemed like it was a 1 to 2 team race when looking at the Philadelphia Sixers and the Brooklyn Nets. And, on the outside, I guess you had like the Milwaukee Bucks. Do you feel like this puts Miami Heat right back in the running?
I don't know yet. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, it's like this. Remember who they were in the bubble, and then now with fans, it's different. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, like we talked about with fans and without fans in the bubble, it's different. It's not the same. Like remember how I was telling you, watch Milwaukee. Look out for Milwaukee when they bring the fans back. They're gonna start balling again. And Milwaukee, they literally changed their shit up. They've done a 180. You know what I mean? So Milwaukee's not everyone was on them last year, but once the bubble started, Giannis got hurt. They started shitting on Giannis. Milwaukee's a team to look out for in the East, dog. No one's talking about Milwaukee, dog. Milwaukee's dangerous right now.
All right, let me give you another trade that I was actually interested in. The
I like
Magic
I like what
sent
Philly did. I like what Philly did too.
just wait, we'll get to that one. The
Okay.
Magic sent Aaron Gordon to the Denver Nuggets for RJ Hampton and Gary Harris.
It's great. For Denver, it's great. Orlando's blowing it up, dog. They're just trying to go, I guess, like super lottery, and they're just blowing it up. You know what I mean? They're just gonna like super rebuild. You know?
I mean, when you look at it, it didn't work, right?
Yeah.
Orlando, the Markel Fultz gets hurt. Vucevic, they got him in the trade for the Sixers. They actually got good value. Drafted Aaron Gordon, drafted Mo Bamba, drafted what is the kid's name? Isaiah. What's his name? Oh, Isaac. Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac.
Oh yeah. The draft
That
pick.
it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And so now I guess they're going to blow it up and just try to start over. and Aaron Gordon wanted out, and I didn't think Vooch would be traded, but we're going to look at that later. What does this
Yeah.
do for the Denver Nuggets in the West with the Lakers being hurt? Go ahead.
The thing is Denver, they've been underachieving. Like the last few years, they were trending, and this year they're underachieving. You know what I mean? Jokic, he's an MVP right now. Joker, they literally got him the MVP favorite right now. You know what I mean? Which is a little crazy to me, but I see it. I can understand it. But the thing is, like I said, right now they go about numbers. Numbers is everything to media, to NBA. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they've been doing shitty this year, so this can help them. Because Aaron Gordon, he's super athletic, dog. Like he can jump out the roof. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting how him and Jamal Murray play together. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like Jokic can make Aaron Gordon a better player? Because you look at him, it's going to be, I think, Jamal Murray, probably Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon starting with Jokic. Now that makes them really, really athletic outside of Jokic.
Yeah.
But do you think he'll fit their style of play?
Yeah, I mean I mean Jokic can make anyone fit with him. It's just I'm wondering about the guard play. The guard play used to be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Not just Murray's a baller, but the other guys like Harris. He was a guy that used to play really good from Denver, but I guess he wasn't doing shit. So that's probably why they traded him. You know what I mean?
Gary Harris had been like really, really battling injuries the last couple of years, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people forget how good he is. He's good. Like that's the thing. People only look at big names and stuff like that. Hey, tell me what happened with the Hawks? What did they do?
Well, the Hawks actually traded Rajon Rondo for Lou Williams.
What?
Yeah.
Magic City.
Oh, yeah.
Magic City Lou.
Oh, yeah. Lemon Pepper Lou is back, baby.
Oh. I need to. No, they said that was the best wings you ever have in your life. I need to go there and try that shit, bro.
I bet it is, man. I bet it is.
Low key off topic. We'll get off topic. Strip. Hey, the strip clubs, they really got great food. Like low key. But getting back though, Rajon Rondo for Lou Williams. That I don't know, man. Because Lou Williams, he's 23 points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He's instant offense. He's a guy that could put up 50. You know what I mean? I can't think of a guy that comes off the bench that could put up 40, 50 a game. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He's kind of like Ginobili or like Harden was when he was on the Thunder back in the day. There's not guys that come off the bench and put up 20 like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Rajon Rondo, they need. But remember, I told you I like the Clippers, but they got no guard play. Remember, I was saying they got zero guard play. So this is going to be interesting. But then you give up Lou Williams, who's like, he's a fucking baller, dog. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I got mixed feelings. What you think, man?
Oh, well, first we got a comment. Uncle Frank says Clippers got what they needed at point guard. They should have gotten rid of Reggie Jackson. Lap dance Lou is back in the Lap dance Lou.
But Reggie Jackson, his game went weak, dog. Reggie Jackson used to be able to ball when he was with the Thunder, and he was like, I think it was Westbrook's backup. He used to be able to ball, dog. I don't know what happened in his game, dog.
Yeah, the thing is with the Clippers, right? They really did need a point guard. Uncle Frank, you're 100% correct with that, because when having a lot of talent like that, it's very difficult to determine who's going to get the ball, when they're going to get the ball. You need to have a strong floor general that the team respects, that can flag Kawhi off and say, oh, no, we're going to go to Paul George, or tell Paul George, no, we're going to go to Kawhi, or we're going to go to the Morris twin, and so on and so forth. So that was really important.
Paul George and Kawhi, they can play off ball. You know what I'm saying? They're not like LeBron or Doncic or Luka, where they have the ball the entire game and they're bringing it up. So what the Clippers I see they do a lot is they'll kind of switch it. They'll have Paul George control the ball and they'll have Kawhi, and that's what I'm saying. They have no guard play, and so if they get Rondo, now Kawhi can play off ball. Now Paul George can play off ball because they can play off ball. You know what I mean? Not every guy's an off ball player, but those two guys definitely are.
All right, let me give you one that was the shocker for me. Nikolai Vucevic and what is his name? Al-Farouq Aminu traded for Wendell Carter Jr. and 2 future first-round draft picks. Wow. I definitely didn't see that coming, but I it's looking like they're going to go all in with Zach LaVine, and they even brought him some help.
Yeah,
And
Zach, but
Vucevic
Zach
can play.
Levine, dog, he ain't a dunker no more, dog. He's a certified all-star. You know what I mean? Maybe he might make a third team NBA, all NBA this year. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's a fuck dog. Like, I was sleeping on Levine this year, dog. You weren't lying, dog. Like, he got super nice. You know what I mean?
To me, I noticed back when he was playing with Minnesota, and they were hyping Andrew Wiggins up, and I watched him and Andrew Wiggins play in the summer league, and I'm just like, yeah, that kid's better than him.
Yeah.
It was evident. It was clear as day. But now you give him Vucevic. Vucevic is a 20 and 10 guy. Easy. You can throw him to like he can run pick and pops. You can give it to him in the post. Like now, Zach LaVine, for as good of a scorer he is, he doesn't have to carry the load, and he might not even be your first option.
Yeah.
On certain nights, he doesn't have to be. Vucevic can go. And
Bro,
with
he's the
them
most.
two,
Hey,
man,
Vucevic is probably the most underrated guy that dudes don't know about. Like the Spurs were after him heavy. Spurs were really trying to get him.
he fits your mold.
Yeah, we don't have our big guy right now. We got Jakob Pertl. Bro, he's
Ass.
man.
Ass.
Yep. But like I said, like yeah, dog. Like you know what I mean. But that Clippers Atlanta one, that one's still crazy for me. That one's like wow.
Yeah.
They trade. What about Dwight Howard?
No Dwight Howard trade. I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
so.
And then what? Oh, so what happened with Philly? They got George Hill, right?
Yeah, okay, let me get to that. You have where's that George Hill trade? All right, George Hill, Tony Bradley, and Terrence Ferguson. It was a real weak trade.
Terrence
Yeah,
Ferguson's decent. He's decent. He can go in there and
I
at least
mean,
put in some
it just
minutes.
gave
You know what I
them
mean?
depth at guard that they needed. They needed a guy who can play the one and play off the ball because of Ben Simmons. Basically, like a combo guard, and that's what George Hill is. He gives
Did you
them more
want them?
flexibility at that position.
Do you feel like they should have got Kyle Lowry or no? They should have stayed away.
No, because that wouldn't necessarily fit well with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons still can't play off the ball,
Yeah.
and yeah, that wouldn't have fit well. I'm gonna give you an underrated move that when I say it to you, you can be like, "What? This happened?" Okay, so the Magic trade Evan Fournier for Jeff Teague in I think what 2 second round draft picks.
To
That
Boston, right?
that gave Boston some depth at guard, especially with Marcus Smart being hurt all the goddamn time.
Yeah. Now Fournier, he's a shooter, dog. Like Fournier, he's an underrated player. He's a knockdown shooter. Not a lot of people know about Fournier, but he can bust. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he scored. He definitely scores in bunches. But
Because they lost Hayward. You know what I mean? They used to have they had a lot of debt last year when they had Hayward and they had Tatum. And you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you know what I'm saying? They lost. It's like they were loaded on the wings, and then they lost Hayward. It didn't seem like much. It seemed like they would be okay, but Boston they've been doing bad this year. So I mean, Fournier he helps, but they got I don't know, man. Boston they just don't got it this year. You know what I mean? They just don't got chemistry. They're just not playing well. You know what I mean?
I mean they look like
They
shit.
they should dog. They should be a
I'm
lot better than this.
sugarcoating it. They look like sell it. They look like shit. Okay.
They should have beat Miami last year. They were favored to beat Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You
Should
know what I
have.
mean? Even when Miami was up 3-2, they were still favored to win.
Now I got a trade that really messed me up. Didn't see this coming at all. Norman Powell for Gary Trent Jr.
I think Norman Powell's a better player, but Gary Trent Jr. he's fit Portland, so you know what I mean.
Gary Trent Jr. is young. Oh, and Rodney Hood. Wow. I feel like the Raptors might have made out good because Gary Trent Jr. looks like Gary Trent Jr. is like 22, 23. He looks like he's going to be a player in this league.
No, yeah. No, he's gonna have a long career. He's a knockdown shooter, and he gets hot. He could score.
He's the
You know what I mean?
complete opposite of his pop because his pop was like this undersized power forward who's a damn bruiser.
Yeah. Gary Trent was like one of the Davis guys. You know what I mean? Not built like that, but he was like, you know what I mean, just like your rebound tough guy, set screens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so tell me which team furthered their playoff chances.
Miami, dog.
Can you see them competing with the Milwaukee Bucks, the 76ers, and the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah, they're gonna be able to compete with anybody now.
Yeah.
Like put it like this: you put Oladipo and Aldridge on like the Clippers or the Jazz or I don't know any of those other teams, though, that could probably put them over the top. Oladipo and Aldridge, that's significant. Those are two guys that can score. I'm not gonna call them elite, but those are two guys that are very good. That's the same. Aldridge can still play. LaMarcus Aldridge can still play. You know what I
Hey
mean?
yo,
Like I know dudes are gonna write him off, act like he's not shit anymore. He can still play.
hey
And
yo,
Oladipo, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Nobody got to even question if he can still play or not.
the rumor was right that the Lakers could have got Kyle Lowry, but they were unwilling to include Dennis Schroeder and KCP in that package.
That's stupid, dog. Kyle Lowry is way better than Dennis Schroeder, dog.
Yeah, I didn't even understand why the Lakers didn't do anything because right now with Brian being out 4 to 6 weeks and Ant Davis hurt, look, I'm sorry, no Montrezl Harrell and KCP and Dennis Schroeder, they're not going to carry you to a playoff berth. Like the Lakers, who was my team, we're in deep shit.
They're
Deep
gonna
shit.
lose a lot of games. I like Utah and I like Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
No, nobody's in Utah's gonna get no respect, but like I said, it's a different season. That the no fans, that should actually help them. But now with the fans coming back, bro, and if they have a number one seed, that Utah crowd's crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They haven't been a legit contender like in 20 years, Utah Jazz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Uncle Frank says Denver got the best deal. Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee. Oh, I didn't know that they got JaVale McGee. Thanks, Uncle Frank. You put me on that. You put me on game. Let me look up that trade.
Yeah, they're gonna have alley oops all day, dog. That's just what comes to guard play. The guard play, if you're a guard, now you know just fucking get the ball to the basket. You just gotta get the ball around the rim, period. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
JaVale McGee gets traded to the Nuggets.
That's good, dog. That's good for them.
Hey, mamas. Um, yeah. You bring up an interesting point, Uncle Frank. Now they add depth to their front court. They add shot blocking, rebounding when Jokic comes out of the game, and now they have another threat. Yeah, now they have another threat to actually score and get out in transition.
What do you think about JJ Redick to Dallas?
It means nothing.
Nothing, right? Just the only thing I saw that is just a shooter because I want to say, did they keep Trey Burke or did he leave too? Dallas. Because Trey Burke was playing really good for Dallas last year in the bubble, and I ain't heard. I don't even know what he's done this year.
Um, I don't
Because
know.
Seth Curry went to Philly, but Seth Curry and Trey Burke last year for Dallas in the bubble, dude, they were balling for Dallas, dog. That was they were making Luka look great.
Mm. Man, I'm still looking up. What do you think of DeLone Wright versus Corey traded for Corey Joseph? What do you think about that?
Say it again.
I said DeLone Wright for the Detroit Pistons and Corey Joseph for the Sacramento Kings.
DeLone Wright. DeLone Wright is a 3-point shooter, right? Or no?
Now DeLone Wright's kind of like slasher, get to the cup, that type of dude.
I know who Corey Joseph is because he's played with the Spurs, but I got no idea who the other guy is.
Hey, Uncle Frank, if you had to choose, right? Would you, if you were the Lakers, would you have let KCP and Dennis Schroeder go for Kyle Lowry, or do you like that core when it comes to making another championship run? Hey, man, let me know. Hey, B, I'm surprised. I want to see what Andre Drummond's going to do because I'm hearing that he was bought out of his contract, and he seems to have a couple of options.
Man, I've been hearing his name everywhere. I've been hearing the Spurs, man, everywhere. It's just crazy that a guy that averages like 15 boards a game, teams ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like after that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is crazy.
It just shows it's like just a different age of basketball, literally.
Yeah, the weenie age of basketball. The
Yeah.
weenie age of basketball.
If you're 6'10 and 6'11, you got to shoot threes. Posting up, nah, fuck posting up. You got to shoot threes.
Honestly, right now, it seems like no team has got a leg up on the Brooklyn Nets. They look head and shoulders better than everybody, especially
Yeah.
with the way James Harden is continuously playing. Um, Look, man, they got three dudes that you just can't guard.
Yeah, it's like we said, Doug. Like with the ball, right? With the ball, who are the two hardest guys to guard in the NBA with the ball? If you're trying to stay in front of them, I know people are gonna be like LeBron, but people got to listen to what I'm trying to say. If you're trying to guard a guy and stay in front of him, and he's dribbling in front of you, the two hardest guys to stay in front of and not look stupid is gonna be in the whole NBA is James Harden and Kyrie. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got Durant, who, like we said, he can play off ball. He don't need the ball to be effective. You know what I mean? Brooklyn's still scary. The only thing that's scary, the only thing that maybe is like Durant's injured and how serious or how is it or what? You know what I mean?
It's just in a 7 game series, can you stop them?
That's the whole thing.
In a 7 game series, can you stop them? Like, yeah, you'll be able to slow down Durant for for a game, maybe two. You'll be able to slow down Kyrie. But what about Blake and what about James Harden? And then vice versa. What
Yeah,
happened?
I forgot about Blake.
You forgot about Blake. They are full balanced breakfast, man. They they have a lot of parts, and it's just gonna be hard. Now, Denver, to me, Denver matches up kind of good because they have some things that Brooklyn doesn't have, and they
The,
have
the one the one thing that the only thing I'm gonna see Brooklyn. The only thing I will say Brooklyn. The only thing they have to worry about they ain't got no defense. You know what I'm saying? I know they still probably got what Jared. They still got Jared Allen or no?
Oh, Brooklyn,
Brooklyn, right?
you plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you look if Brooklyn, they don't got no one that could protect the rim. So that's the only thing that worries about me. Like if they play a team that's playing like on fire, that's just playing, lights out. That's the only thing. And then if it's without fans, you know what I'm saying? Without fans, I don't know, it's just different. It's not the same. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But like I said, man, don't sleep on Milwaukee, dog. Milwaukee, man, they got their shit together right now. You know what I mean? But I think what it is with Giannis coming up short the last few years, they're not riding him like this year. You know what I'm saying? They're not like Giannis because they figure that maybe it's a trend that he's just gonna just choke or not excel in the playoffs pretty much every year.
Yeah, you got to understand though. They added some things to Giannis. Getting Drew Holiday was definitely an improvement
Bro,
because
they're balling right now. That's what I'm saying, dog.
he has a good squad around him. You know what I'm saying? But the talent, that's the whole thing, dog. Like if they play Brooklyn, the talent, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And in Philly, you can't sleep on Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Embiid and those other guys, they took it up another notch this year. You know what I mean? But Miami, dog, Miami won. They won. If they can start gelling and they can get their shit together, Miami can do some things. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like Miami, they can be competitive with Brooklyn. That would be a real competitive series. But I don't know if they can beat them. You know what I mean?
All right. Uncle Frank says, hell nah. Raptors wanted Schroeder, KCP, Horton, and Tucker. Schroeder has his issues by being a producer and opening up the game. Horton is a young raw talent. Lowry's legit. Okay.
But really, dog, no team made moves where it just they completely like you know what I mean? Like they completely just
I mean,
tilted the balance and power in their favor. Like Brooklyn really did everything through free agency. You know what I mean?
yeah, like
You
how
know,
old is
last year and no, what I'm talking about, free agency, and then they got that trade with Harden, and then they buy out with Blake. You know what I mean?
yeah, how old is Kyle? Kyle is what, 33, 34 years old. So yeah, I understand that. But remember, you're LeBron is what, 35, 36. You're trying to win now, right? So who gives you the best chance of winning, Kyle or Dennis Schroeder? To me, they're about the same, even though you've seen Kyle do it on the biggest stage. But Kyle be stinking in the playoffs, yo. Let's call a spade a spade. Like
Hmm.
I've seen Kyle's giving out more duds than anything in the playoffs. But the Lakers should have did something. They should have did something because right now they're they're
But
sitting
they
duck.
but they didn't do nothing at all, right?
Yeah, they didn't do anything at all. You saying Kyle is 35, 36?
He's been in the league a long while. You got to remember, dog. He didn't. He started
No,
when he first came in the
no.
league. He was an average player. You
Yeah,
know what I
I'm
mean?
from I'm from Philly, and I played high school with them dudes. And I think Kyle is I'm 35, so Kyle is 1 to 2 years younger than me. But I'll be turning 36 this year. So Uncle Frank, he could be 35 or turning 35. He said, I wouldn't trade away all my young talent for Asian lottery. What about you, Brandon? You agree or disagree?
Say it again. You would trade away who?
He said he wouldn't trade his young talent in for an Asian lottery.
I would have done it, dog. Like honestly, man. Like yeah, dude. Schroeder and KCP, though, they're good players, but they're average players. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But I mean, it's like they're not. They didn't really miss out either. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they can look back and be like, "Oh, we regret it." You know what I'm saying? But the Lakers definitely should have did something. I feel like they should have got Aldridge because
Hey,
with
Ben,
Davis hurt, you at least need a big man. And with Aldridge, I feel like he could play with LeBron. You know what I mean?
hey, hey, Uncle Frank, you right, man, you right. Kyle is 35 years old and making $33 million a year. Fuck
Oh
that.
yeah, nah, he's stealing money. That's the thing. Yeah, his contract's crazy.
Fuck
He
that.
broke the bank, dog.
Yeah, Uncle Frank, I gotta give you that one, bro. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Nah, he's not a $33 million player, and that's with me having Philly bias. Nah, man.
There's some players though they get good contracts after a good season. You know what I mean? You remember all those contracts Chandler Parsons was getting? Remember him?
Yo,
I don't even know if he's still in the league.
Chandler Parsons effectively robbed the NBA. Him and Luol Deng literally robbed the NBA for like their last 3 to 4 years, yo.
I was
No,
like, how is, bro?
no ski mask, easy work.
I remember seeing they were like Chandler Parsons 4 years, 130 million, 50 million. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was like, for a 3-point shooter? Like, come on, dog.
No, no, Chandler Parsons wasn't just a 3-point shooter. He could pass. He put the ball on the floor, all that.
He was okay, dog, but he was not worth the money they were trying to pay him, dog.
No. Schroeder has been one of the most productive Lakers this season. He has. He can score. He can score the basketball. But I'm not giving him Schroeder away for Kyle making $33 million a year. Who gave him that contract?
Toronto.
Oh my God. 33
Yes.
M's, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if it was after the championship season. I think it was after the championship, and they were trying to keep everybody.
Yeah, but damn, bro, 33 M's. Like Kyle's not even better than what's the kid's name? Fred VanVleet. Like let's keep it a beat. He's not better than Fred VanVleet. Huh?
He's not top 10 point guard NBA.
No,
Or is he?
Not anymore.
Huh?
I said no, not anymore.
You think he was at one time?
He was at one time. He was. He was playing good basketball, especially during the championship run. He was playing basketball. Remember, Kawhi was in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit
Chandler
still trips me out
Barnes.
with the Clippers though. Rajon Rondo for Lou Williams. That's like what? Hey, Atlanta's gonna have a whole bunch of firepower now, dog. Atlanta's gonna. Hey, they're gonna have a bunch of firepower.
Yeah,
I kind of like it when you think about it now. Lou Williams with Trey Young.
bro, Lou Will is done, man.
Think so?
Lou Willville is done, yo. And when I mean done, he's like, yeah, he's going to do that every once in a while. Every once in a while.
Yeah. Has he been putting up the numbers this year? I haven't been following him like that this year, dog. To be honest.
No, it's definitely it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
But all we do know is that the Nuggets and the Heat got exorbitantly better. Lakers didn't do shit. Nets didn't really do shit.
So are the Clippers better? Okay, so I'll answer me this: are the Clippers better?
Yes, they're better.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm underestimating Rondo, but like I said, I couldn't stand their guard play, and that's with Lou Williams. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can.
Lou
Maybe he
will
can make.
score. But do you really need Lou Will to score?
Nah, they really. I mean, yes and no, but the thing is they just needed a point guard. They literally needed a point guard. Like
You
they
needed
were
somebody that can
thirsting for
steady
a
the
point guard.
shit. You needed
Yeah,
somebody that can calm everything down.
they didn't have a guy. They didn't have a guy that could probably get. I bet you the Clippers don't have a guy that even averages besides Kawhi, Paul George. They probably don't. I bet you Kawhi probably leads them in assists right now. You can't have Kawhi leading the team in assists. You know what I mean?
No.
That's not his game. You know what I mean? They don't. I bet you Clippers don't even have a guy average 5 assists a game right now. And if they do, it's probably either Kawhi or Paul George. You can't have that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But those two guys are off-ball players. Like dog, Chris Paul would have been perfect to go back. If Chris Paul would have gone back to the Clippers, that would have been perfect, dog. That would have been perfect, dog.
Uncle Frank says Lou doesn't have a championship mentality. He's more concerned with clubbing. He was Lemon Pepper Lou. Would you say me? Them wings is delicious.
Nah, that's what they said. I think it was Shannon Sharp, dog. You know what I'm saying? He said that it was they're the best wings on earth. I got a dog. Come on, dog. If that'll make you intrigued, I don't know what will. But strip club, like I said, strip club food is highly underrated. It is quite delicious. You know what I mean?
Skip, come on, Skip.
For real. Hey, like over here in San Antonio, dog, they got Sugars, right? Hey, bro, Sugars got a steak and fries for $2.99. That shit is delicious. Delicious, bro. Don't get me wrong, like the girls that come near you, I'd be like, hey, get the fuck away from my meeting, you know what I'm saying? But they respect that shit, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want no ass. You don't want no ass sprinkled around your wings.
No. I tell them, wait till the dollar boom boom, and you know what I mean? Wait till it's dollar boom boom, and I'll be ready.
Hey, B. Anything you want to say before we go?
I like what Miami did. Lakers, and Lakers didn't do shit, dog. I'm shocked because I really thought the Lakers would go after Aldridge. I saw that coming and it didn't happen. So, I mean, if you're Aldridge, you really don't want to go to Miami? Shit. You know what I mean? Who don't want to go to Miami? You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. I want to. All just want to live the last years of his career good, man.
You know why he was here, right? For the Spurs, right?
To win a championship.
No, for his son.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
he's from Texas.
His baby mama lives in San Antonio, bro. His son's here.
Oh, I know he's from Texas. He's from what? Dallas, right?
Yeah, he's a Dallas boy. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's a Errol Spence guy. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know if he
But
is or not, but you know what I mean.
Uncle Frank, man, thanks for being here with us. You know a lot about basketball, bro. You was definitely bringing the heat tonight. Please subscribe. We're going to do this a lot more often. Talk about basketball, and yeah, we're gonna do this at least twice a week. My man Brandon's been getting on me and wanting to talk about ball, and that's what we're gonna do. Wanted to see Trez for Drummond. Yo, I think Montrezl Harrell is ass, but that's just me. But
Nah,
yeah,
he's good off the bench, dog. He's a good, energetic six-man, bro. He's like the Spurs when we used to have Malik Rose. You need a guy like that. You need a guy that can come in and get rebounds and put up 8 points like in 3-4 minutes. You need a guy like that. But he's not a starter. He is not a starter. You know what I mean? If is he playing for Anthony Davis right now?
oh, he might be. Remember they grabbed Mark
Oh
Gasol,
man.
and Mark Gasol was ass. But
Yeah,
shit,
Gasol's old, bro. Gasol's retired already, basically.
yeah,
Or it should be.
he really should be with his brother. But yeah, thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. We're going to do this more often. Please subscribe on your way out, like and share this video. Our next topic for our next show is going to be the Blue Ribbon All America team. What was this? 90?
What, 92?
Yeah, I think this is 92. Is this the greatest All American team ever? And this shit is like, I'm gonna just give you all a preview. First team was Kenny Anderson, Larry Johnson, Shaq, Billy Owens, and Steve Smith. Yeah, we definitely got to chop it up on that one. But yeah, man, YSM Sports Media, we out.